Hey, what's up everybody, Nexel here. Today we are playing Kingdom Hearts Union Cross, continuing on with our June 1st announcements where we got a slew of stuff. So we already talked about the board deals, go ahead check out that video if you need to. We already talked about the Supernova deal, go ahead check out that video if you need to. But I think we're going to be able to slam the last 4 notices into this last video. So hopefully this is part 3 of 3 in terms of the June announcements. Alright, first things first, we have Supernova Kingdom Hearts 3 Roxas deal, and this medal is nuts. This medal is a PvE and PvP medal, which makes it like already tiers above certain medals, bringing it up to that very high medal level tier. It has a maximum strength of 30,000, which is crazy. That is the highest strength in the game, and that is without traits right now. So it's got a base of maximum of 27,000. You bring that up to 3,000 with chips, and then you can get strength traits on it, bringing it up even further. So if you get 5 strength plus 1,000 traits, you're going to bring that medal up to 35,000. If you get an additional strength plus 2,000 from the special pet trait, that brings it up to 37,000. And that's almost twice as much as some Supernova Plus medals without chips. So like the Supernova Plus medals have an inherent strength of roughly about 20 to 21,000, and then being able to almost have that double is crazy. So this is like bananas. This is already bananas just looking at the strength stat. And then not only that, but wait, there's more. So the medal has a 15% chance to ignore target's defense boost, which is crazy in PvP. If you are not running PvP setups that ignore target's defense boost, you're probably not winning as much as you should be. So Monster Sora is running rampant. Anti-Aqua is running rampant. Right now, because we have a lot of upright red blades, upright power blades, Kingdom Hearts 3 Zeus is running rampant. Like, those medals are dominating the PvP game right now because they have the ability to ignore targets' defense boost. So defense boost is a staple in everyone's setup, but if you're able to ignore it, doesn't matter. So 15% chance. It's not as high as Monster Sora, Zeus, or Aqua, which I believe all have like a 30% chance. But it's still a chance, and that's really, really good. It can also reflect 15% of power damage, which is amazing because reflecting damage means that your enemy is not getting the most out of their medals as they should be because you're bouncing back some of that damage. The trade-off is that unlike Anti-Aqua, which bounces 100% of magic damage, this is only going to do 15%, and I think that's honestly low. I think it's honestly just too low. Like, do I think it's awesome that it reflects? Yes. 15%, it's not really doing a lot in comparison to Anti-Aqua, which does 100%. So, I think these stats, like, they're good. A part of me feels like they're honestly just a little bit too low. And with the way the game is moving forward right now, like, this medal is probably going to be outdated within a month or 2. So, keep that in mind. That's what I think about it. If you purchase the weekly jewel extravaganza, there's so many important notices that this whole entire page is filled with orange text. Additionally, if you purchase the weekly jewel extravaganza, so VIP, if you buy that, this medal is guaranteed within 10 draws. So you have to spend inherently 30,000 jewels to guarantee this medal. And remember that for the most part, unless it's a special case, you shouldn't be pulling unless you can guarantee it. So if you don't plan on doing those 10 pulls within those 16 days, nix it. Don't worry about it. It's not even worth it in my opinion. They might drop a falling price banner, so that's gonna be like better for VIP coins. They might drop something else. They might just drop something else that's better, and then you're gonna be like, man, I wasted 30,000 jewels. What did I waste it for? I wasted for a medal that has a 15% reflect damage and a 15% chance to ignore target's defense boost. So it's like, I don't know how I feel about spending 30,000 jewels, which is the equivalent of, if you live in the US, that is the equivalent of $300. Don't know how I feel about that. The strength is amazing, absolutely, but what does that strength matter if you don't get good traits? Like, if you don't get ground enemy defense minus 60, if you don't get aerial minus 60, what good is it doing you? It does worse than a medal that does have one of those 2 traits. So is it a great medal? Absolutely. I honestly think it's like, it's for where it's at, we're in the game right now, it's like sort of busted. It's like honestly really, really good. But you got to think longevity. You got to think future proofing. So furthermore, the standard draw guarantees a medal that can be upgraded to Supernova Plus on the 10th draw, which is dumb. It's honestly not smart. Why do I think it's not smart? Because pretty much what you're going to be paying for in that Roxas banner, if you're free to play, is essentially this. You're getting this. I spent 3,000 jewels. and then got 1 Supernova medal that can be brought up to Supernova Plus. But if you're pulling for the Roxas banner, if you're pulling from this one, you could be spending 30,000 jewels for the same thing that I got in this. Granted, yes, you have the chance of getting more Supernovas within those 10 pulls, but you always aim for the guarantee. 100% you always aim for the guarantee. Actually, let's just say 99% to cover our bases. But you always try to aim for that guarantee. And right now, the guarantee of this is almost the same as the guarantee of this. Granted, you get more VIP coins, you get some brooms, whatever. You get more chances at other Supernova medals. But man, for 30,000 jewels just to not end up with the Kingdom Hearts 3 Roxas would feel so bad. So what else do I want to talk about with this medal? 16 days, lots of time. You get VIP coins, fantastic. We talked about VIP coins in the Supernova deal, where if they bring back an OP medal that's only available through VIP coins, you can use those VIP coins towards it and get a super awesome medal, usually within 150 VIP coins, so 15 total pulls from any banner. So we talked about the Roxas' ability. Its damage is crazy. I believe I watched Octopus's video. It's like the 4th highest damaging medal. It only costs 3 gauges, which is amazing because usually these OP medals cost like 6 gauges. So if you get extra attack on this thing and you don't use an SP gauge skill on it, it's only going to cost you 6 gauges, which is not as bad as one of those other tier 9s that have a 6 gauge cost. Extra attack brings it up to 12 gauges. So this is honestly a very manageable amount of gauges. Nothing special about the Supernova attack. It's very standard for tier 9s right now, with the trade-off that if you bring it up to Supernova Plus, it's going to be times 210 damage for the Supernova attack, but it's only a step up from that 200 that was previously. Maximum strength, that's what makes it broken. The reflect, that's broken. The defense boost ignoring, that's broken. But what makes this even, and this is what I don't like, they give a booster for this medal for the month that brings up its guilt by what, 250, some crazy amount, 250, 200, 150. Any of those values would be crazy because that gives the medal an unfair advantage amongst other medals. So plus 200%, that is literally bringing it up to almost, what is it, it's going to be tier 9, so it's like 280 plus 250 from a special attack, so that's going to bring it up to 530 plus 200 more. That is 730 guilt. Like, what were they thinking when they released this booster? Like, this is just, no. Like, it is trying to, I feel like, for me, it's trying to entice you so much to buy this medal, to pull for this medal, to chase for it, that, like, somewhere down the line in the back of my head, I think they're gonna make it not worth it. Like, you're gonna be like, oh, I spent all these resources, I have this awesome medal, June ends, booster goes away, they have other reflect medals, they've got like one that reflects 100%, 50%, they have another ignoring defense medal. It's just like, I feel like the way this game rotates through its resources right now and creates new things is just so frequent that anything you get is gonna be not worth it super recently. So, or super soon after you get it. So it's like, I don't know how I feel about Kingdom Hearts 3 Roxas. I love the character, love him to death. His story, fantastic. He is my second favorite Kingdom Hearts character after Sora. But man, do I think this is worth pulling for? Honestly, for me, personally right now, not really, no. Especially if you don't buy VIP, the answer is absolutely no. So this Kingdom Hearts 3 Roxas is probably going to be available in further deals down the line, maybe even a falling price banner where your chances might be a little bit higher. So just keep that in mind, that this Kingdom Hearts 3 Roxas is broken right now. But what you have to think about is how long it's going to be broken for. So that's my thought on it. Feel free to comment if you feel differently, if you agree, if I helped, let me know. So we have nearly 10 million accounts, which is crazy. First of all, I think there's only like 50,000 active players at any one time, but the game has been downloaded like almost 10 million times, and I love how they included this almost, like, disclaimer, it's not 10 million quite yet, but almost 10 million times is crazy. That is absurd. Like, if I invented an app that got downloaded 10 million times, I'd be like, man, I did a good job, I did something right. So we are celebrating, and I'm pretty sure this is what they used to celebrate, because I'm pretty sure they would have made it after 10 million. This is this month's version of the free draw, which we've been talking about ever since it came out with a 3rd anniversary. I think even a month before that is when the free draw came out. But free draws are amazing. They are free. You pay nothing. They don't cost jewels. They don't cost gems. All they cost is like time. Your 5 seconds of time to pull from the banner. And it's free. There's no negative to you pulling from these. Absolutely none. So do them every day. They are available every single day for the month, and you're only getting 1 medal, yes, but you end the month with 30 medals that you could have gotten for free. If you buy VIP, you're getting that additional green banner, and then that is going to be an additional 30 medals for the month. That is 60 total medals for the month if you buy VIP, 30 free ones if you're free to play. Did I say VIP? Yeah, I said VIP. You get 60, and then free to play, you get 30. Guaranteed. No questions asked as long as you log in and pull. Oh, this is annoying. They did the whole thing where they're like, oh, go check in the end game notice. All right, so let's go ahead and check the end game notice. So, well, that wasn't very helpful. It pretty much brought us back to the exact same page. But yeah, you're going to get 1 free medal. You're going to be able to do it once per day. So make sure you log in. At the very least, get your free jewels for the day. Get your daily jewels. Get your quest jewels. So these daily missions, get those. And then do your pulls. Don't forget to pull. It's a free pull. You literally lose nothing from getting it, from doing the pull. So make sure you do it every single time, because not only that, I believe you get a guaranteed dual 9 Meow Wow in 5 draws of a free banner, meaning that at the end of the month, if you do all of them, you're going to get 6 additional tier 9 Meow Wows. And I know that's not a lot when you look at the numbers. That's actually really low, but they're free. It's free. Nothing is wrong with free stuff. If you went to a grocery store and they're like, hey, we're giving out free samples, you don't even know what it is. You're grabbing it. Like, you're going to eat it unless you're allergic to it. So it's just like, man, free stuff, good stuff. I always am a fan of free stuff. So let's go ahead and actually we'll do our polls and then we'll finish up the notices. So here is our free-to-play one. We didn't go through the odds. I forgot to go through the odds. It doesn't matter. What do the odds matter? Because you're getting free stuff. Boom. Oh, no. Okay, maybe this is a trait, or maybe it's a... Ooh, a boosted Pete. Goodness. Huh. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know if I want to use it as a trait or if I want to use it as a... and just bring it up to speed. But yeah, going through the chances really quickly. You have chances at Supernova medals. That's really, really good. That's broken. On top of the fact that it's free, which makes it infinitely broken. Lee, Axel, Xehanort, Marluxia... Zeus is in here, Anti-Aqua's in here, Blitzworm Sora is in here, Angelic Amber is in here. This is nuts, like, fantastic. Pull, every day. I feel like I've said it enough. Pull, every day. Boom, pull. All right, no looker, here we go. This is where the magic happens. It all happens right here. This is where we get the Angelic... maybe, okay, that's asking for a bit too much, but maybe this is where we get Angelic Amber. No, we get Alice. Okay, whatever. Not a big deal. It was free. I honestly... there's nothing to complain about. If you don't want the medal, sell it. Just keep that in mind. You're not guaranteed anything, but you're not paying anything. And then one more thing I wanted to go through before we stop talking about this. And obviously I've got my point across. Pull for it. Don't even think about it. Just pull. Just press the button blindly. You can get a Riku and Moogle. So you can actually get a medal that gives you jewels from a free banner. So you go from paying nothing to gaining 500 jewels if you pull the Riku and Moogle. Remember that you have to sell the Riku and Moogle in order to get those 500 jewels. So you don't get to hold on to it, but it's 500 free jewels from a free pull. And then if you do this like multiple times, free jewels. Just free jewels. No questions asked. All right. Let's just trudge through the last 2 parts, which are not super important. We've got attack boost 10 max. Sorry, I had something caught in my throat. We have attack boost 10 max Lux Plus as our reward for Coliseum this month, meaning that somewhere in this month, because we didn't get it, we are going to get an avatar board that is going to come with attack boost 10 max, just regular attack boost 10 max. That is on the works. We can see it coming because the month Coliseum reward is the 10 max with Lux Plus, so we need the 10 max somewhere. And they're probably going to drop it in the next avatar board, which usually comes on, I believe, Thursdays? Thursdays, I think, are the days where they drop those. So, whoop, our phone's dying. We got to go through this quick. So, 10 max Lux Plus. That 10 max is coming along the way. Let's see here. 3 times more damage. That's really great. Good stuff. These are the pet parts that you can gain, again, you do them from collecting Lux, so coordinate with your party or work really hard during raid hours. Remember that this is Lux collected, so Lux plus plus gives you almost ×4 the amount of Lux you're going to get, whereas regular Lux plus is only going to give you either 2 to 2.5. I forgot what the actual math was. So Lux plus plus is the way to go if it's on a damaging medal that has like raise on it. Just remember, the goal is Lux plus, not number of bosses defeated. So if you want this tiara, you're going to have to push hard. Monthly gem quests, do them. They're not particularly difficult. You can turtle through most of them, meaning you can have a defensive setup and get through most of them. And that wraps up the Coliseum special missions. And then the last thing is the Eliminator. I'm working on this right now. I haven't quite been able to beat it, but the setup that I've been going in with is this. And I think what I'm missing right now, again, I have to crunch out the math, but I need defense boost 5 max on this. I need to use my second chance Kyrie, and I think that'll be enough in order for me to pass it. But I have to test it more. But I did get all the way to the 5th level without much difficulty. I'd say most people will run into difficulty at about the 3rd round. Or I'm sorry, the 4th round, where things kind of got a little sketch for me. I needed like 3 medals that all had plus 250% special attack bonus, so like those tier 9 medals upgraded to Supernova plus, so I needed those in order to get past tier the 4th quest. But yeah, it is in the works. Remember that all you're getting from this is 1 gem and 1 title. So if you are struggling with this, don't buy things because of it. Don't buy traits, don't buy medals to complete this. 1 gem is nothing. You can get 20 gems for 3,500 jewels in the the gem enhancement board that we were talking about in the first video. So don't really stress too much about it. The rewards are okay, nothing crazy. A broom, some chips and dales, a Sid, which is surprising to see nowadays. Even it's not surprising, but we shouldn't be seeing them. So yeah, that's all the notices for June. It took almost a whole hour to go over them, so I hope you can kind of pick and choose the notices you want me to talk about, what you want to hear my opinion on, and then hopefully this information was all helpful. It took some time to put it all together, so hopefully you find it useful. All right, with that being said, that is all the June announcements for 2019. I'm sorry, all the June 1st announcements for 2019. There's more along the way. Hopefully I'm able to record more to help you all with decisions, help newer players, help older players, kind of clear up some things. But with that being said, that is the end of this video. Thank you all so much for watching. If there are any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to drop them down in the comments below, and I'd be happy to answer when I have the time. But as always, everyone, until next time, take it easy.